Today we are going to be repairing my side view mirror. So yesterday I woke up and I was like, okay, my car's on the road, it's garbage day. My grandma's like, hey, go move it. So I woke up and I go to my car and someone either sideswiped my mirror or they purposely hit it with their elbow or with a punch. Because the way you look at this mirror, which I will show you, it doesn't look like it would be a car because the cap was sideways, but if a car hit the mirror, it would come off like the whole assembly. So some guy in my neighborhood, some guy did that, and I had to buy a mirror. And first we're gonna go to Canadian Tire. I'm gonna get some black trim restorer. We're gonna restore the mirror because it's really faded. It came off another Mark IV Jetta, but when I bought it, the guy was like, hey, it's flat black. It's not flat black, it was just faded, so it's kind of shitty. I was thinking of using my old cap, but let me use this hand, I'm getting tired. I was thinking of using my old mirror cap, but that thing is split, and I will show you that in 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, I still gotta go to Canadian Tire. We're going to Canadian Tire, boys. And yeah, I'll bring you guys along. I'm not really too confident with bringing the camera indoors because I kind of look like a freak sometimes, so yeah, I'll bring you guys there. Enjoy the vlog. So loud. I hate it because my neighbor comes home at like 6 a.m. in the morning because he works midnights and I'm like doing this. But you know, because race car, dude. Here, I pushed the mirror in because I'm scared now. But yeah, here's the mirror. Can't really, if I darken it, let me see. Okay, so right there, you can see it's all split and the plastic's coming off. So either I put hot glue onto the old cap and I put the new assembly on, or I just restore the other one, which I'll show you because it has a really bad like fade. But anyways, we're almost at Canadian Tire, so. They freaking, last time I came here, they gave me the wrong oil filter. Now I don't know where the receipt is, so I can't even return and get my money back. I really don't recommend getting anything besides tools from Canadian Tire and like washing products because they're super cheap here and they always have sales, so. All right, let's go inside. I know it's on the right. I always come here. Stuff right here. This is the best stuff. So let's show you the mirror. So when I woke up the other day, this whole assembly came off. I can even pop this off. It's coming off as I speak. I'll just leave it down there again. But underneath here, there's a piece that connects to something in there. Can't really see, but I was thinking I'd hot glue this, but then if you look through it, there's a hole there, so definitely not usable, and I don't want to risk using this assembly again and replacing the cap and mirror because of the damage here. I don't know if there's anything internally wrong. It's working fine, but I think I should just go with the other assembly that I have. And if I do want to put this on, I'm just going to have to glue this back in and find what I want to do with this because the other one does not match my paint and it doesn't look as good. So let's show you guys the other mirror. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need a cloth, the restorer, and the mirror. And first I'm going to show you the mirror. on why it's so bad. I'm gonna shine a light on it. If you can see, the color is so faded out. That's why he called it flat black. But if you can see here, the true color of the mirror piece is black. So if I use this, I'll be fine. I just need to restore this whole thing. And it's gonna be a bitch. If this thing doesn't work, then I won't be disappointed, but I will plasti dip this. Because I can always use the black restorer for other trim pieces. So let's get started on this, and I'll show you how I do it. So first, let's get the cloth. We'll use this one, and then we'll use this to buff it off. So I'm gonna apply it. I'm gonna shake this well. So I'm gonna apply it here. Okay, and it already came out. So, okay, that's pretty bad. So I'm going to apply it to the trim all around. Now this stuff, don't be afraid to use a lot of it. I mean, I've used a lot of it in the past. You can already see it's turning black, but I don't want to count on that because it's wet right now. So I'm gonna buff it with the other. We're gonna do this back and forth because I want to make sure that I do this properly. Okay. Look at that. We're not even, it's only been 1 minute of video, and look at this. See the faded part? This was all faded. So I'm gonna keep buffing away, and I'm gonna use a huge amount of this stuff because it's working, and I'm really confident in this product. So I'm gonna do a before and after. Let's do this before. So here is the finished product. As you can see, it's not as blotchy as it was before. It's kind of hardened into the daylight to see if it has any spots on it. But if I shine a blue light on it, you can see the faded black. But it has come back, and there used to be a bunch of spots here in these areas. So this product did very well, and it did what it's supposed to do. It didn't restore it to like a shiny shine, which I wish it was because I thought it was glossy. But because it's matte, it did come out very well. And the back to black, I totally recommend this product because you can just tell that it's doing a good job trying to make this darker again. And the more I apply, the more useless it's gonna get. So I've done at least 5 coats on this, 6 coats. I'm buffed it off. Probably to do this whole process, it probably takes like 30 minutes. So do I recommend the back to black product? Yes. Would I use it on this stuff like a mirror? Yeah, of course, because this trim piece is looking fresh, and we're gonna go outside and we are going to install it. So right here for this Mark IV Jetta, there is a tab right here that you pop out. So there's this piece right here facing upwards, goes and tucks underneath the little handle right here. So what happens after that is you forcefully take this off, and there's going to be a clip here. There's a clip right there that I'm going to have to take off and remove the 3 screws right here. 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to go underneath the door panel and take off the screws underneath the door so I can take off this whole panel. And then it'll give me access to the speaker right here, because right behind it there's a screw that takes this whole assembly off. So we're gonna do that, and I believe it is a T40. The guy that I got the mirror off told me it's a T45, but my T40 was working fine with the bolt that mine came with. So 1 torque bolt right here, and then there's 1 on this end here. So I'm gonna take those off, and then I'm gonna take the 3 Phillips screwdrivers here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so right here, there is a Phillips screwdriver, a screw that I did not realize I was there. So be sure to take this out because I believe this attaches. You can see it's hanging on to the speaker right here, so be sure to take that off. Door's coming off already, so that's a success. Super easy install. So I'm gonna get continuing with this and I'll be right back when this thing is off. So right here is the wire that feeds to the light. So I'm gonna have to disconnect this wire, and not sure what this one is for. Mine only came with one. So this is held on by 2 tabs onto this thing. Now be very careful with this one. This one's really cheap plastic. Like this feels like army men plastic, like those little plastic army men you get at the dollar store. That's how cheap this quality is. So I'm gonna take this part out, and I believe this connects to the inside of here, which is for the heating for the mirror, so it doesn't get foggy and shit. So let's take this off, get the speaker out, and then we'll figure out where this is going because, yeah. And also put a box underneath the mirror, underneath the door, just to make sure that this doesn't hang by the wires because this looks pretty flimsy here and I don't want to risk having to break that. You're going to take your T15 Torx screw and you're going to use it over here. Now this only applies to Jetta Cities. I'm not sure that the other Mark IV Jettas have the same bolts because this is a Mark IV facelift. That's why it came out in like 09 and like they discontinued the Mark IVs in 2005. They just put that new body on here. So I'm not sure if the bolts are the same. Be sure just to match it up because obviously not every car is the same. So right here, this just comes off and I try to fidget around with this. So when you guys take the speaker off, you can just pull it right off. This thing is just a tab. This little plastic thing right here is just a tab to hold this in place so that if the screw fails, obviously it's just gonna stay in there. So now you're gonna take your T40 and take out the light. And it looks like to me that this is actually for the speaker. So don't need to worry about having a different. I was skeptical thinking that just because Mark IV parts fit on this doesn't mean it's gonna be the same, but it actually is the same because it's the exact same as my other light. So we're gonna take this off right now. So my mistake. So I literally just took off the light and I didn't even think about having it drop on the ground. But yeah, here is the section which it broke off. So here's the plastic piece. Plastic piece is still intact. So I can just technically just glue this on right there. That'll be okay. I think I might do that. It doesn't look that bad, but the plastic piece on here was the shitty thing that broke off. Here's the glass. Wow. This is a used mirror. It kind of sucks right now because I thought it was straight, but I don't have any clamps, so I'm gonna try and heat this up and I'm gonna kind of try and apply pressure to this and just see if it can stay there. But right now the thing is on, it's solid, not moving, turns in fine, and that's it. And now it's time to reassemble it. So we're going to plug this back in. So right in the position it was before. The mirror is successfully installed. Now we're going to put everything back together and then see the finished product. So good news, the window is working. Closing the door, looking out the window, and successful. So now I can confirm that Mark IV parts can fit a Jetta City 2009 because it is the shit. It is working too. But I'm still trying to find this, take off this cap and put on this because there's a really big difference between this matte finish over here and then this. So, but yeah, it's way better than the one on the ground right there, that piece of fucking shit. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. It was such a hassle putting this back in, but it feels really rewarding having it back in the door. So thank you guys for watching. Peace out, and I'm going to release a video soon. So yeah, peace guys.